Welcome to IIT Maths online lecture series, and today I am with a question that has been asked in IIT Advanced 2016. This question is from CONIC section, especially on ellipse. So what the question is saying: let f1 x1, 0 and f2 x2, 0 for x1 less than 0 and x2 greater than 0. So there are two foci, okay, focus f1 and focus f2, and its coordinate are what? x1, 0, x2, 0. What does this imply? This imply the focus are on x-axis as the y coordinate is 0. Be the foci of the ellipse x squared upon 9 plus y squared upon 8 is equals to 1. All right. So first of all, the ellipse is given. Ellipse is what? X squared upon 9 plus y squared upon 8 is equals to 1. So we can write it as x squared upon 3 chi square plus y squared upon 2 root 2 chi square is equals to 1 in standard form. So what can you say about this? This implies A is equals to length of semi major axis, which is what? 3, and B, which is the length of semi minor axis, which is what? 2 root 2. Okay. You know the standard form of the ellipse: x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. Here a is greater than b, and this a lies here. This implies what? This implies the major axis of the ellipse is nothing but the x-axis. So how this ellipse looks? You can see this is going to be your given ellipse, where this is 3, 0 and this is minus 3, 0. Call it A, call it B, call it C, and call it D. Certainly this is 2 root 2, 0, 2 root 2, and certainly this is 0, minus 2 root 2. Is this all right? Okay, this is B, 2 root 2. So that's why. So this ellipse is given here. Okay, and there are two focus. Certainly this one is f1 and this one is f2. Okay, as x1, 0 represents f1 and x1 is less than 0, and f2, which is x2, 0, okay, and x2 is greater than 0. All right. So first of all, we have to find this focus. So you are given the length of semi major axis and the length of semi minor axis. You know the formula: E is what? Under root 1 minus b squared upon a square. So this is what? 1 minus, what is your b square? Your b square is nothing but 8, and your a square is nothing but 9. So this implies what? 9 minus 8 upon 9. So this implies 1 upon 3. All right. This is eccentricity. You know all these things. Okay. Now what about focus f1? You know the focus is what? AE, 0. So what is your A? A is certainly 3. So 3 into 1 by 3, 0. So this implies what? 1, 0. But this is what? This is f2. Why? Because this represents f2, and this f2 is in the positive x-axis. Therefore actually this would be positive here. So AE, 0 is this. And what about f1? Certainly this is in negative x-axis. So this would be minus AE, 0. So from here, minus 3 into 1 by 3, 0. So this implies what? Minus 1, 0. Is this all right? Okay. Oh, you are not getting this thing. Let me write again. This F1. I think your F2 is clear. Okay. All right. So now for F1, what would you say? Your F1 is minus AE comma 0. We are compelled to take this F1 as minus AE comma 0. Why? Because this F1 is x1 comma 0, where x1 is less than 0. So if we will take minus sign here, then it will give you F1. So certainly this is A is 3 minus 3 into E is 1 by 3 comma 0. So it will give you minus 1 comma 0. So here we have gotten the coordinate of F1 is what? Minus 1 comma 0, and the coordinate of F2 is what? 1 comma 0. All right. So from up till here we have done all the things. Okay. Now there is a parabola. Suppose a parabola having vertex at the origin. Okay. So we are considering the parabola whose vertex is at the origin. Okay. And focus at F2. So there is a parabola whose vertex is at the origin and whose focus is nothing but F2. All right. So if I will ask you what will be the equation of the parabola whose vertex is nothing but 0 comma 0 and its focus is nothing but 1 comma 0, then it is very easy to find the equation of the parabola is y square is equals to 4x. It is a very elementary thing. You can understand this fact that this vertex is 0 comma 0 and its focus is 1 comma 0. Then the equation of the parabola would be what? Y square is equals to 4x. Why? Because its vertex is 0 comma 0, a is 1, therefore y minus beta chi square is equals to 4ax. A is 1, so alpha and x minus alpha. So here alpha and beta means the vertex are 0 0 and a is 1, therefore y square is equals to 4x there. Okay, so it's very elementary to get the equation of the parabola, which is nothing but y square is equals to 4x. Okay, so now what the question is saying, intersects at ellipse at M in the first quadrant and at a point N in the second quadrant. So here in the first quadrant this parabola intersect at M, and in the fourth quadrant it intersect at N. All right, then in the fourth quadrant at N, then the ortho center of the triangle F1MN, be careful, the ortho center of the triangle F1MN. Okay, so let me draw the triangle at first. So F1M and N. Okay, we have to get the ortho center. We have to get the ortho center of this green triangle F1MN. All right, so let me rub this. Okay, so now we have to do all the things in the triangle F1MN, which can be seen in green. Okay, in triangle F1MN. Okay, we are interested in this triangle here F1MN. In this, the coordinate of F1 is quite clear, which is what? Which is minus 1 comma 0. Now we have to find the ortho center of this triangle F1MN, and to get the ortho center what we need is M and N, and we know that M and N are nothing but the point of intersection of the ellipse and the parabola. Now as M and N are the point of intersection, POI, point of intersection of y square is equals to 4x and x square upon what? 9 plus y square upon 8 is equals to 1. So now we have to solve these two equations to get the coordinate of m and n. So what should we do? So we have to solve these two. So this is x square plus 9 plus 4x upon 8 is equals to 1. Is this all right? We have put this y square as 4x. Okay, so from here this would be cancelled out. So finally it would give you x square upon 9 plus x upon 2 is equals to 1. Okay, so you can take the LCM, then it will give you what? 18x square means 2x square plus 9x is equals to 1. And this gives what? This gives 2x square plus 9x plus is equals to 18. All right? Any problem? No problem. We are interested in the triangle F1MN, and the coordinate of F1 is quite clear, but we are going to find the coordinate of m and n. And for this, we are going to solve these two equations. And for that, we have put y square is equals to 4x here. And after that, we got this equation here. Okay? So I think you understand all these things up till here. So from this equation, what can you say? 2x square, let me write here again. Let me rub this. Okay, I think you have written all these things. Okay, so the final equation is what? 2x square plus 9x minus 18 is equals to 0. Okay, so we will break this middle term is equals to 12x minus 3x minus 18 is equals to 0. How? Because the multiplication of this and this is minus 36x square, and the multiplication of this 2 is what? Minus 36x square. This is the basic thing, and the difference is 9x. So we have written this equation like this after breaking the middle term. So you can take what? 2x as common, so it will give you what? It will give you x plus 6 minus 3 into x plus 6 is equals to 0. So from here 2x minus 3 into x plus 6 is equals to 0. This implies what? 2x minus 3 is equals to 0, or x plus 6 is equals to 0, and this implies x is equals to 3 upon 2 or x is equals to minus 6. All right. Okay, so now what do you think? So now we have to find, these are the x coordinate. Now we have to find this. So y square is equals to 4 into 3 by 2, or y square is equals to minus 6 into 4. Okay, after putting this x here in this equation, then y square is equals to 4 into x is equals to 3 by 2. In the other way, y square is equals to 4 into x is what? Minus 6. But this is not possible at all. Why? Because y square is equals to anything negative is impossible. Therefore, the only thing is here, y square is equals to what? 6. Therefore, y is what? Plus minus under root 6. So here, this is not accepted. So finally, we have two coordinates. One is m. So in the first quadrant, we can say our m would be what? 3 by 2, comma, plus under root 6. Okay, in the first quadrant you can see your y is plus minus root 6. And what about n? What about n? In the fourth quadrant this is the same straight line, x is equals to 3 by 2, but your y is what? Minus under root 6. Is this all right? So we were interested in this triangle F1MN, and we already had F1 minus 1 comma 0, M as 3 by 2 comma plus root 6, okay, and N is what? 3 by 2 comma minus root 6. Now anybody can find the altitude, and certainly the point of intersection of altitudes are nothing but the orthocenter, okay. So now we are interested in to find the equation of the altitude. One altitude is quite clear in triangle F1MN. So in triangle F1MN, you can see this F1, F2. This straight line, which is what? Y is equals to 0. And this straight line, MN. So this MN is parallel to y-axis. MN is parallel to y-axis. MN is parallel to y-axis, and F1, F2 is x-axis. Therefore what? F1, F2 is altitude of triangle F1MN. Therefore one altitude is what? Y is equals to 0 is altitude from F1. In triangle F1MN, we can easily say that F1, F2 is the altitude on MN. Why? Because MN is parallel to y-axis and F1, F2 is nothing but the x-axis. So they are perpendicular to each other. So therefore y is equals to 0 is the altitude from F1. It is quite clear. Alright. So now we are interested in another altitude here. Okay. So for the another altitude, what we want here, first of all, we want an altitude from this point M to F1N, call it D. Let MD be the altitude through M on F1N. Okay, so if we will get the equation of MD, then we are done almost. So the equation of MD, so here you know the coordinate of M, and if you will know the slope of MD, then by using point slope form you can easily get the equation of MD. So first of all we have to find the slope of Fn. Okay, so from here slope of Fn would be what? The coordinate of n is what? Minus root 6, and the coordinate of f is what? Minus 1 comma 0. So y2 minus y1, so minus root 6 upon minus root 6 minus 0 upon 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 minus minus 1. So this would be what? Minus minus plus. So 3 by 2 plus 1. So finally it is minus root 6 upon 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the slope of F1N, but we are not interested in F1N. We are interested in slope of MD, but as MD is altitude to F1N, therefore slope of MD is what? Slope of MD. Okay, slope of MD is what? M of MD, M represents slope, is what? Minus 1 upon slope of F1N, and certainly minus 1 upon minus root 6 upon 3 by 2. So this will give you what? Sorry, 5 by 2, because okay, 2 is the LCM, 3 plus 2, 5 by 2. So this is 5 by 2. Okay, so finally you will get what? 5 upon 2 root 6. Okay, all right, by manipulating all these things we will get what? 5 upon 2 root 6 as the slope of MD. I think you got all these things. Okay, so now what will be the equation of MD? Equation of MD is what? Y minus y1 m. This is m and this is the slope. So by using point slope form, y minus root 6 is equals to m, slope of MD, which is 5 by 2 root 6 into x minus x1, x and minus what is x1? 3 by 2. Again, y equation of MD, we are going to find the equation of MD by using the point m and the slope of MD, this point slope form. So y minus y1 is equals to slope of this line into x minus x1, which is 3 by 2. All right, so this is the equation of another altitude MD, and we know that orthocenter is nothing but the point of intersection of the altitudes. All right, point of intersection of the altitudes. So one altitude is y is equals to 0, another altitude is this. So we will put y is equals to 0 here. Okay, so call it equation number 1 and equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, put y is equals to 0 in this equation. We will get minus root 6 is equals to 5 upon 2 root 6 into x minus 3 by 2. So this will give you what? Minus 6 into 2, 12 upon 5 is equals to x minus 3 by 2. So this will give you what? X is equals to 3 by 2 minus 12 upon 5. So this will give you 10 and certainly 15 minus 24, which is minus 9 by 10. So minus 9 by 10 is what? X coordinate. X coordinate of the orthocenter, and y coordinate of the orthocenter is certainly 0. Therefore required orthocenter is what? Minus 9 by 10 comma 0. So this was the required orthocenter. Okay, so what was the concept? First of all, there was an ellipse which were given, and their focus were well defined, that x1 comma 0 is going to be f1 and x2 comma 0 is going to be f2. We have find their focus, and then we got minus 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 0. We have taken f1 as minus 1 comma 0 as it was defined that x1 is less than 0. And thereafter there was a parabola whose vertex were 0 comma 0 and focus were 1 comma 0. So we have drawn this parabola, we have find its equation, and the most interesting thing was that the parabola intersect at 2 points m and n. So by solving the equation of the ellipse and the equation of the parabola, we got the point m and n, and after getting the point m and n, we were interested in the triangle f1m-n. Okay, so f1 were well known, m were well known, n were well known, and thereafter we have observed the fact that this f1 f2 is one altitude, which is y is equals to 0, and another altitude was to be found, and so for that we have drawn an altitude from m to this f1n, and this was the altitude, and by using the slope of f1n, we got the slope of md, and by using point slope form of the equation of a straight line, we got the another altitude md, and we know the orthocenter is nothing but the point of intersection of two altitudes. So by solving the equation of md and f1 f2, which is y is equals to 0, we got the required orthocenter, which is nothing but minus 9 by 10 comma 0. All right, so this was the passage type questions. One another part of this question was already given, so you can go and check the question bank of IIT, and you can do the second part of this question very easily. And if you don't, then you can email me on my email ID, which is given in the description box of this video or in the description of this channel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this question. It was a bit lengthy, but don't worry, it was conceptual. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed, and you may also ask your own doubts on my email ID. Okay, so take care, bye.